From that side, the emotions are pretty easy to maintain. From this side, it's a whole other story. Pues en primer lugar, me gustaría aprovechar esta oportunidad para agradecer al profesor Firvas por haberme invitado a hablar en esta gran ocasión. También quiero felicitar a todos mis compañeros de graduación por su gran logro. Ha sido un privilegio compartir esta experiencia con todos ustedes. A lo largo de esta aventura académica, mi inspiración principal ha sido mi esposa y mis 3 hijas. Desafortunadamente, y a pesar de mis mejores esfuerzos, ninguna de ellas habla español. Pero les prometo que trabajaremos en eso. Por lo tanto, continuaré en inglés. As with all of my major accomplishments in the last 8.5 years since marrying my wife, none of this would be possible without her love and support. She has been the catalyst to each and every moment of growth that I have experienced since saying I do. Beyond giving birth to 4 children, working 3 jobs, and succeeding just a year ago in graduating magna cum laude with her bachelor's in career and technical education, she managed to still find time and energy to serve as my biggest supporter. She has been so much more than a partner. She has been an angel that at times carried our whole family. Thank you, Candace, for being such an amazing superwoman. The decision to return to my studies at the very young age of 34 as a husband, father, and owner of a business was by no means easy. In fact, I was frozen with fear. If it weren't for a very tragic chain of events, I may not be standing here today. You see, from June of 2014 through August 2015, my family's faith was tested tremendously. In that June, our family endured the loss of my grandmother. While this was difficult, it could not have prepared us for what would come next. In October 2014, my wife gave birth to a beautiful 8-pound stillborn girl, who we lovingly named Ayla Nuhan. And as if this wasn't difficult enough, in August of 2015, while driving to New York from my sister's home in Pennsylvania, my 14-year-old brother, my sister's fiance, and her stepson all died tragically in a car accident. It's in moments like these that our worst fears become reality. However, instead of crumbling in the wake of these painful moments, I chose to draw strength and use them as motivation to forge a better future for my loved ones. The path to turn this tragedy into triumph introduced me to many great people. The most influential, of course, have been the professors here in the Department of Hispanic Languages and Literature. Therefore, I would like to thank each of them. I'm very long-winded, sorry. I'd like to thank each of them for their contributions to my success. In particular, I would like to thank Professor Aurelia Violet for helping me to coordinate a salsa fundraiser to contribute to the victims of Puerto Rico in my first semester. I would also like to thank Professor Javier Uriarte for helping me to gain confidence in my academic abilities. Of course, I must thank Professor Ilia Ruiz-Deli, who is deserving of recognition for treating me like a family member and helping me to discover my passion for linguistics. But most of all, I would like to thank Professor Victoriano Roncero Lopez, who deducted points from me on one of my tests for my failure to use an accent mark over the I in Rodríguez. It was this action, whether he realized it or not, that helped me to reconnect to my cultural identity. As a third-generation Puerto Rican being raised in the United States, that cultural identity is often far removed and constantly in a state of doubt. The disappearance of the tilde throughout the generations of my family's existence here in the States is representative of the negative effects that cultural assimilation can sometimes have. One of the main reasons I chose to study Spanish was to discover a means of reconnecting with the cultural aspects of my identity, which had slowly been eroded over time. Although a very small symbol, the tilde, which is now always present when I write my name, has come to represent the overall impact that the program here in the Hispanic Language and Literature Department has had in helping me achieve my initial goal. Thank you all for allowing me to use the tilde as an anchor to my heritage. And before I end, I would like to just read a short poem that I wrote. We are the Hispanic Languages and Literature Department, so I felt it necessary to read a poem that summarizes my experience here. The title of this poem is My Mother's Mother Tongue. Hello, my name is Daniel, so please withhold judgment. I don't speak that broken English that my grandmother spoke. I don't speak that grammatically incorrect English that my mother spoke. I speak that language bequeathed upon me by Her Royal Majesty. I speak the tongue of the colonizer, savagely. I don't speak that sound of the bomba and plena that filled the air when my grandmother spoke that. I don't speak that tone of love and respect for a culture that my mother professed with every syllable. That I don't speak that Caribbean air, that plato de arroz con habichuela, that yes, that which I long to have inherited, that which I lost along the way, that which I can no longer pass along, that huepa, that dale, that bendición, que Dios te bendiga, that direct link to her, who is no longer here. How I long to hear her happiness as I reconnect with my arroz con habichuela. En tus palabras, mami, yo veo a mi abuela.